Greetings, everybody. This is the founder of Empower 7, Hyacinth Myers, and today I am going to be talking to you about some of the keys to success. As many of you probably would have seen, this is a new Monday show on YouTube, and I'm also recording this episode for the podcast that's available on Anchor and Spotify. I don't usually record the video and the podcast at the same time, but I've decided to because today's subject really is about being able to speak your truth, and I've entitled it Truthtellers, Be Authentic, because as a soul conscious woman in business, and for anybody who is consciously in business, we have to really look at how we use our voice, and also as leaders how we are received with that voice. And if you listen back to maybe some of the other episodes of This Is Your Life that I was filming and recording throughout the whole kind of lockdown, then I would have already spoken about some of this, but it's actually still something that's coming to the forefront. So for me, as I speak to many people, I speak my truth, and I actually talk to people honestly, with integrity, authentically, and with compassion. But I think we're now in a time where people's opinions are different, which is fair enough, but people are becoming very angry. People that are speaking their truth are getting received quite badly, actually, especially in social media. And the reason why I say that is because even myself yesterday speaking a truth and some facts was taken really out of context by another person. And that's only the second time this has ever happened to me on social media in my last probably 7 years of recording videos, speaking it out, sharing quotes, empowering people, and leaving positive messages. And all I wanted to really say is that we have to be careful when we speak our truth, which is something that I do. I always try to speak with compassion and empathy for other people, but also know that when we are telling our truth, just to tell it from a place of integrity. So we know that at this time, many of us have very different views about the state of the world, what's actually happening, how we're perceiving our lives, actually, because even this morning talking on a networking event, and people were talking about being empowered during this time. And obviously we know that there are lots of people who are struggling, and I myself had family members who were struggling. But it's so important to speak our truth and be authentic and also kind, because people are going to disagree with what you say, and we will disagree with what they say. But it's really about being compassionate at the same time. So I've actually put down speak your truth aloud or alone. And what I mean by that is sometimes actually speaking our truth is really too difficult. We might be in a situation where we are just not able to speak exactly what we think, and that may be for a number of reasons. But I'm still saying to you, if you can, speak and say what it is there. If you can't, then speak it aloud in the privacy of your own home, in your room, in front of the mirror somewhere, because that energy needs to be released from your body and put out into the universe. Mostly this is stuff that would be making you become angry. Some things are making people become unwell. And also to think about what kind of practice you will do around that. So I always advocate for journaling, and I say to people that has been my saving grace. From a child to a woman now who's 48 years old, journaling has been the way for me. And I know many people find journaling helpful for maybe some time, a period of time, or some people do it avidly like me, like every day. Also, I've mentioned before, but use things like sage. So this is my sage, and I've got my sand and everything. This is what I used to burn around my house, actually, and especially when there's been a lot of negative things happening, the energy outside. I think most of us now can really feel and see the difference with energy. Before we were so busy, we really didn't pick up on a lot of things. Now it's so easy, to pick up on the energy of others outside, especially. Um, I've also put down about hematite and thinking about negativity, because sometimes when people are impacting you with their words and their negative kind of energy, it's so important for you to speak your truth, to actually let them know in a kind and caring way if possible. And if you can't, write it down as well as speak it out, write it down, because otherwise those kind of thoughts and that starts to become resentment. And when resentment starts building, it's really hard then to get into the habit of speaking your truth. The last thing is really to use the 7-step method, which I always talk to people about, which is my Empower 7 method. Embrace what is happening, start motivating yourself for getting over whatever it is, take back the power in that circumstance. Think about when you've already overcome adversity. Make sure you're keeping well during this time, and use your emotional intelligence to navigate the situation, and remember that you're always resilient. So that's just a quick little tip for you today about a key to success. I hope that's been useful, and just remember that truth tellers, if you're speaking in your authentic, conscious voice and you're staying compassionate to others, really, regardless of what you say, you know that you have come with a kind and clean heart. So take care for now. Have a wonderful week, and I will connect with you again on Thursday. Bye for now.